What is up, everybody? My name is Darren. Welcome to Stock Mafia live stream. Woohoo! Fun. And I will wait for people to roll in here today. What are we talking about? We are talking about earnings, talking about DRS, digital registering our shares, getting into some of the stuff that's going on with what's up, what's up, what's up. And always, as always, people are rolling in here. Just to say, always contribute in the chat. I'm always going to try to answer you, until I become super duper popular. um, obviously we just I will answer whatever you need to answer and talk to you about everyone to talk to. These are always more sometimes informative and also for therapy. Therapy is also good because we all need therapy. Or as my father would say, therapy. Therapy. My dad says therapy. I'm like, Dad, really? He's from the coal regions in Pennsylvania. I don't know if anybody's from there, but they have their own way of speaking. And he still hasn't knocked it, even though he's lived near Philadelphia way more than he's lived up in the sticks of Pennsylvania. All right. So I'm going to put it in the chat here. I'm going to move my computer around here. All right, let's talk. I don't know how you guys are feeling about the DRS movement. I think it's kind of funny. I'm going to pat myself on the back and say, "Oh, I was at the forefront. I put my videos out literally a week or three to 4 days before Adam Aaron kind of talked about it." So if you're looking for any explanation on it or any clarity that maybe I think I might have, the only thing I know about DRS or the things I do know, and there's that website, drsgme.org, and I put all that stuff in my videos. It just kind of says like the good, the good, maybe the bad. I personally believe that it's always good to just diversify in any way, shape, or form, whether that's in your stock portfolio, whether that's even in your brokerages, and also in your thoughts. So you watch Stock Mafia, you should maybe watch other YouTubers, whoever's left, and just kind of like get some exposure to what is going on in the market. And like I said, post in your comments how you guys are feeling today, how you're feeling about DRS. I don't see any objection to it, and let me tell you why. Because you're doing nothing wrong, even if you DRS say 20% of your shares. So if you have 1,000 shares and you DRS 200 shares, that is for your protection because we just don't know what these brokerages are going to do. I personally believe like Vanguard is one of the top brokerages out there. Did I call ComputerShare? Well, I think, yeah, didn't you tell me you wanted me to do that or do it on? I can't do that stuff on air because my biggest fear with that is that they'll want like personal information from me and then I'll be on air and I'll have to say it. But I've called them. I've been straight with you guys. Like that's the one thing about me. Like I'm gonna be straight, whether you believe me or not. And I will apologize for stuff because I hated, and that's part of the reason I got on here. I hated when YouTubers would come on here and not apologize, especially a guy like Lou, even though like I think he's a scammer, but whatever. Like he would say, "Oh, we're gonna run next week," or "We're gonna see this happen," and then it wouldn't happen, and he would never apologize for it. I mean, first thing I'll apologize for is like I put out like a price target on Ape and more of looking for like a swing trade, and there might be an opportunity to make money there. I wasn't wrong, but it didn't move the way I thought it was going to move. And I thought the market would rip before the elections. I thought it made sense if you have a Democratic president, it made sense to make the market, they have been manipulating it. So it made sense for the market to have a jump before election because the Democrats want to win the House. They control it right now, and they wanted to keep things kind of status quo. They didn't do that. Now, what do I think is interesting about that is that maybe they couldn't. because I think they would have if they could have, but they couldn't. Maybe they didn't have enough to get it popped up, and they haven't propped it up yet. And right now, I should bring up my Weeble. I don't use Weeble for anything other than their charts. I'm sure they'll change that because they know everybody's doing that. Let me see. The hell was I even looking for? I'm just looking at overall market. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is up like some stuff is up like 10, 20 cents. Yeah. Oh, so let me just tell you guys just real quick. So the process with DRS is really simple, and this is how I did it. I signed up for an account, and initially you can do this is what you can do the fastest is signed up for an account and I bought a share. And I did this a while ago, probably like a year. God, it's probably longer than that. Year and a half ago, I bought GameStop on their site, and I bought one share. And I just bought one share, and it set up my account. So then I knew that I had an account number because I didn't want to call any of my brokerage houses and say, "Can you transfer this computer share?" And they were like, "What's your account?" Well, I didn't have one yet. So that process is slow for them. I don't understand why. Okay, so Manny, you do have an account. So now that I have the number, then you can call your brokerage house, whether it's Vanguard, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, whomever, and then call them up and say, "Yeah, I want to do a transfer." And or the code word through Fidelity is synthetic. Wait, no, it's not synthetic. Stock certificates. Yes, I want to transfer synthetic shares. Sir, those don't exist. They're illegal. So if you say stock certificates, they'll put you through to the right person, and then that's through Fidelity. I don't know. I haven't DRS anything through Vanguard, but I'm going to because Adam Aaron told us. I mean, he did. I mean, he wouldn't understand this, guys. He's not everything he says is rehearsed. All those questions. I love that we're all together here today, and I know my crew is going to roll in here, and we'll start really hashing out and talking unless they're busy, which I totally understand. Merrill Lynch closed my account and sent my shares to Computer Share. And they closed my account because I didn't. No shit. Did that just happen, Manny? So Manny's saying that Merrill Lynch closed his account and then sent his shares to Computer Share. Street cred. What's the word? Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. What is Shikaka? The hell is that? Sorry guys, I'm reading the chat. So if you guys can see the chat, of course you can. I'm always curious, like what you guys can see as opposed to. And look at me, look at Ethereum going down. And you don't have to be in crypto to understand that this is all a good sign. Isn't it funny that we're all rooting for the market to crash? I mean, misery, you know what it is? It's misery loves company. Misery loves company. So yeah, and in our misery, and I like I said, sometimes I think this is a therapy session more than anything. Yeah, well, if you're in crypto, sorry. I never even thought about that. I sold all my I was trading crypto, but I was just trading it because I was just scared. It doesn't make me smart or a genius. I mean, good Lord, I wish I always say to myself, because I'm such a computer nerd, like, how did I not buy Bitcoin when it was I don't know, $10? Because the theory to me is intriguing, and I thought it would be fun. And I'm like, how do I? So I did. I went back into my old hard drives with all my graphics and all the LimeWire, Napster music that I downloaded, and I'm like, there ain't no Bitcoins in here. God damn it. If you guys know what I'm talking about with Napster and LimeWire, then we're all around the same age. If you don't know what that is, then you're probably younger than 30 if you don't know what Napster and LimeWire are. Or maybe now like a history lesson, but once Napster got shut down, LimeWire became the big thing. Oh yeah, Shiba. Yeah, I mean all these cryptos. I mean, I didn't make a lot of money, but I made a decent amount of money on Ethereum. So that was always cool. Um, but how you guys feeling about DRS? I really am curious, honestly. I mean, I took if Adam Aaron's talking about it, then he obviously it's so weird. I mean, I don't know. There's some guys bashing him right now on Twitter, and I'm not going to call out names because there's some things that I agree with some people, and there's some I disagree. I'm sure there's stuff that I say and stuff that you've tweeted that people have agreed with or disagreed with. So oh, Metallica. Yeah, they did. Actually, I think they did that. The Lars guy, he was the one who got it. Which you understand. I mean, it was free music. I mean, my God. I mean, what a. I mean, you didn't have to pay for it. You didn't. I mean, I went nuts when Napster came out. I went crazy because I love my music. I downloaded the heck out of stuff because I was like, it's free. And now I don't download anything. It just pay for my music service and get anything I want when I want for $13 a month. Ooh, so Ace is saying, isn't DRS with AMC a long shot because of the amount of shares? So I will take that approach with you and say this: forget, can we pull it off? Think about yourself because this is your money, and I want everybody to be selfish, right? If and don't tell me this can't happen. This thing rips, right? So AMC, it starts ripping. It gets in the four, 500, $600 range. What's to stop a brokerage like what happened to Manny? Manny said that Merrill Lynch threatened him and said, "You need to sell your shares." He goes, "No." And they transferred all his shares to Computer Share. What's to stop a brokerage from just selling your stuff out into the open market? I mean, technically, you read all those contracts, they're not really ours, which is total crap. But what's to stop them from doing that? Just saying, you know what? We don't see a problem. And they're just going to say, well, we don't have the liquidity. You use their keywords. My thing is, now I'm really going to do this is I'm going to have a pretty firm position in all my brokerage accounts because if one of these guys starts pulling that nonsense, then at least you have a backup. And let's say that two of the big brokerage houses, you could say, for this is all example. Obviously, this is not like I hate saying not financial advice. So I'm not giving advice. I'm allowed to say who's done what. I mean, they all get in trouble with the SEC and all have violations. Although I've never seen Vanguard really get in trouble for anything. So, like I said, I really do trust them, but trust only goes so far. Vanguard has the highest or the largest position of AMC shares. They can do what they want with them, and I'm sure they're loaning them out. So I'm reading everybody, but so I'm going to keep going on the DRS thing. So let's say this thing rips to say, I don't know, let's go to a crazy, not a crazy number, but a big number that everybody's like, tasty. $1,200. AMC runs at $1,200. What if these big brokerage houses are like, yeah, we're just going to sell your position? Well, damn, right? You're like, well, no, I was holding until 10,000. Yeah, I'm sure you were, but and what are we going to do about it? Yeah, we can do a class action lawsuit, and I'm sure that'll exist, and the lawyer will get 80% of it, and the rest will be trickled down, and you'll get a check, for $1,000 when you could have made, a million. So that's all I'm saying is diversify. Harsha, what's up, man? What is up? Harsha, what country are you in again? You're gonna be like, I'm in Philadelphia. Um, you jerk. No, I think you're in Germany. Outside of Germany. Yeah, Harsh, I'm with you. Trust nobody. We are one world here in Stock Mafia, so don't get sensitive on me in here. Don't get sensitive on me. I'm not here to offend, but I'm here to talk to you because like you're one of my boys or girls. But I do have girls. I have two girls, so and sisters. So I have more women in my life than men. So I do. Germany, yes, dude, I'm good. Dude, I'm good. I am good. I give myself credit for that stuff if I think I can remember it. Harsha, what's going on in Germany? What the hell did I just read about Germany? Something. I'll remember. I just read it. I think I read it this morning. It was something about the stocks that I gave. That's a really good clue, Darren. Something about the stocks. Oh, okay. I know. Manny says when you buy back in, like I did last year, because it happened to me, they sold at 45. I bought back in. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, sometimes that can work out to your benefit, honestly. You imagine if they like somebody sold off your position and then like you're like, damn it, waiting for your money to clear and then stock goes down $20. You re up your position and add some more. See, Harsha Ace Ventura is asking what's wrong with his BMW, because just like everybody views I took an international marketing class a long time ago, and we had some foreign exchange students in there, and they were from like England and Germany, and they said the biggest thing they were surprised with when they came to the United States was that we didn't wear cowboy hats all the time and didn't drive Cadillacs with big horns on the front. So it is funny how people have impressions of yes, Harsha, good call. So good comeback. H, he got you on that one, man. He's like, sell BMW and buy Tesla. You got a problem with your car, buy a Tesla. But so going back to the DRS stuff, and I am gonna push it. And if you saw my videos, and a lot of people probably didn't watch it, but I get some heat on the comments with people saying don't talk about it anymore. I'm like, there's no way that that's like a real thing, that real shareholders don't want to hear about it. It is the same as all the other ones. It has its good and its bad. Do you ever try to look at a chart? If you have a Vanguard account, do you ever try to look at a chart inside there? Like they have the worst. They probably have the worst app and the worst website for buying and selling stocks. I guess when you make that much money, you don't care. But you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, so Manny's asking about Elon. What do I think about him? Well, I think he's a saint. If there's anything, I he's what he's done with Twitter is such a threat to this. I have to be honest, like this communist regime in our government right now. And you guys can disagree with me and you can start saying this left, right, blue, red nonsense, but like some of this stuff, like I don't like it. I do not like it. It's scary when our congressmen are making millions and millions of dollars on insider trading and they don't have our back. And these CBDCs, they scare me as well. These digital, what is it called? CBDC. It's called central backed digital securities currency. Um, it's wild. So I mean, listen, Elon's gonna go in there, he's gonna make mistakes. I hear you guys talking about it in the chat. It's question is like he got Twitter and there's gonna be less bots, less fake followers. I mean, I look at some of these people that are on there, especially the politicians. Even like Charles Gasparino, there's no way that he has as many followers as it says he has. He's not popular. People don't like him. He's an asshole. Um, he has his own agenda and he brings it on himself and he talks poorly to people and he deserves what's coming his way. Central bank digital currency. Yeah, I don't know. Did I say that? I don't know. But you're right. Yeah, thanks, Ronnie. Appreciate it. That stuff scares me, man. I don't like that at all. And if you don't know much about it, I mean, I'll just give you what I know, or at least what I've understood or interpreted. Government gives you money, say another stimulus to help us out with our inflation. They give you $2,000. You have 60 days to spend it. You can't save it. You got to spend it. And I bet you there's restrictions on it. I bet you can't buy stocks with it. I bet you can't buy gold with it. Now, the the con man in me, or the person who tries to look at the other side and what's the angle, because I like to call out bullshit on people. There's ways around that. So, I mean, if the world does get to the CBDC, yeah, give me my free money. I'll do what the hell I want with it. Tell me I can't save it. Watch, I'll be buying gold. I'll be buying gold. But yeah, I think it's bad stuff because it's just a way to control people. And you become it's sad. I mean, I'll be straight. I mean, I've taught I've been a school teacher for 11 years. I'm not teaching right now. But when you get into the inner city and you see the reliance on government, it's hard, man. I mean, how can you blame some people that are their life is a struggle, but government pays for their housing, gives them money for food, and if they get a job that they're making over $30,000 a year, they get cut off. So what does that do? My personal opinion and what I've seen is so they stay in the system. They get the free house. Yeah, people are shooting each other outside their door, but they're stuck. And so now if they want to make any additional money, they got to do it off the books. And what's sitting right there in front of them is dealing drugs. You don't pay taxes when you deal drugs because it's illegal to deal drugs. So you get into stuff like, as my students just say, I like scamming. I don't know what I mean. I used to say to them, "What the hell is that?" And they used to like do stuff on PayPal. Um, they're like, "I'd like to scam." Like, is that like a thing? That's so broad. Like, what do you do specifically? Like, what's your occupation in the scamming industry? um, but you see what I'm saying? You start getting into stuff that's like cash, untraceable, and even like you can't scam on PayPal. It's not untraceable. They'll find you. They'll find you if you're like, hey, you made $10,000 scamming last year. You owe us $3,000 in taxes. So that's my take on that. So all in AMC, what is up? Welcome back, YouTuber Ape Nation. Just said that DRS is not the way to go. You can't sell more than. Oh, I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's true. 25,000 at a time. Listen, what I'm saying to everybody is just get something in there. That's it. Get something in there. I think that's the right move. It's my opinion. Now I'll say it's not financial advice, but you get something in there. Dude, I got to find that out. All right, we're going to look this up. There is no way that you can only sell 25,000. I got to be careful here. I don't want to like post my account. I won't. Computer share is pretty. Oh, I know. I'm going to www.drsme.org. Yeah, this is the site that I was talking to you guys about on my video. It's all about DRS. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? learn more about the GME story, dude. If I'm on here, I know everything. All right, if you think about it, if you've come this far, you know way more than you actually want to know. I'm sure you guys feel that way. Well, Manny, I'll find out. I'm not gonna call. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not gonna do that because what if I get somebody on there and they say something to me. I don't want to get anybody fired. Anybody that I talk to on the phone is somebody like us, somebody who's making a living. They probably hate working there. Jesus. I've had one job where I worked in a cubicle. I was an insurance agent, and I was in there for 6 years. And every day, yeah, I did. I couldn't take it. I was like, what the? I was depressed. Let's put it that way. You know, I know we all say like silly stuff, like I'm gonna end my life and stuff, but to be honest with you, it's just like I couldn't take it. I had to get the hell out of there. Um, all right, man, you call him. You tell us. Yeah, find out about the 25,000 limit. I know there's a 3,500 price limit on there, and I said this before. People are like, "Oh, so you can only sell for $3,500." No, that's your sell limit. Go into your brokerage account and try to put a sell limit on your stuff now. Go into Vanguard right now and put a sell limit on your stuff. You can't do it. I don't even think you could put a $200 sell limit on your AMC right now. I don't even think they'll let you do that. So 3,500. Um, yeah, it is what it is. Sorry, I got my father calling me. It's funny. If anybody works from home, everybody always thinks you work from home, you literally don't work. So everybody thinks you're available during the day. Unbelievable. Those are my issues right now with that. Um, so the more red I see, the more I buy. Yeah, I mean that's how I feel. I mean that's why um I added to my positions with what I had recently. So you guys can take that for what it's worth, because it's and I don't know how you guys feel. Like I put a video out last night about the number three. I kind of made it kind of like to see what you guys thought. I didn't really get. I Only thing I could think of was like, because he started at four and he was saying Doctor Strange, which Doctor Strange is Doctor S DRS. So that doesn't that's kind of interesting as well. And Ryan Cohen was always doing the Dr. Ruth Sex for Dummies, which is once again the DRS clue. These guys know the power of DRS. I think but I will tell you this, and I don't want to back off of this, because I actually think if we all DRS, we could actually DRS AMC faster than GameStop. GameStop's getting close, but I just don't think there's enough. AMC AMC is an army, a really big army. So compare, we're like the Chinese military compared to the United States military. There's more of us than there are game stoppers. And anybody that comes in here and goes, Jimmy is the real, that's just kids playing with their joysticks. I mean, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. I mean, if you're like, GameStop is the only one, that's like saying, I love Halo more than God of War. I mean, those are just kids playing with their joysticks. The real men, the real apes, it's about money, baby. That's all it is. What I say, we in the Mafia, baby, we do what the fuck we want. I mean, I think that's kind of interesting. So, street cred for real. I'm working from home too, and that shit happens all the time. Yeah, street cred. So, all right, so you and I are on the same page. Like, I swear to God, like, I love my parents, and they're great. My mom is, and this is not like anything. Everybody has cancer in their life, so my mom is getting like chemo, and my dad calls me. He's like, I need you to pick up your mother. I need you to take her here. I need you to take her there, and then do this. And I'm like, of course I'm going to do that for my mom, but sometimes my dad will just call me and be like, can you come over here and move a shelf? And I'm like, no. Like, I know I'm home, but I'm not. I'm in front of this computer. I'm watching the market. I'm doing all sorts of crap to try to make money because I don't want to work for anybody. That's my big thing. Like I got beef with that. And I never feel like I'm not working for somebody, because you always feel like you got like one foot out where you're like, all right, maybe I need to look for a job. Maybe I need to get another sales job. Maybe I need to go back into teaching again. So yeah, Ace is talking about how Ryan Cohen hasn't tweeted in a while. I think I believe this too. When he started getting accused of that Bed Bath Beyond guy jumping off the building, I think he took a step back. So that personally, because I don't know, sometimes maybe I don't have as much of a conscience as he does. I mean, this is a big boy game, and I think it would be good on Wall Street, but I just hate bad people, so I would like try to take them all out. Um, but oh, thanks, Street. I appreciate it. Yeah, she's doing all right. I've said this. I mean, I know so many people that have lost their parents, and my dad's 79, my mom is 76. So I've had them for a long time. So I'm lucky. I'm lucky. That's how I feel. I have my parent just to have your parents. I think anybody that has their parents with them, as long as you get along with them, but has their parents with them past their age of like even 70, 75. I think we're lucky, honestly. Um, Harsha, we do have insurance. This is the insurance. And let me tell you why. That's a good. So Harsha says, I wish we had insurance for buying stocks. You do. Let me show you your insurance. We are in a bear market. We are getting destroyed right now. But so is, where are my favorite stocks? Tesla. Look at this one. Love this one. I bought a car from them. When their 52-week high was $250. And literally got a car from them and thought that was the best experience buying a car I've ever had. The best experience. Buying a car through Carvana was the best experience I ever had. It was so easy. I went to a dealer. I had a Nissan Altima. It was like a 2013. Yeah, because I drive the Jesus out of my cars. Especially I was a sales rep for a long time with that car specifically. I grinded that sucker. And dealers were going to give me like $2,000. Carvana gave me like 3,500. Boom. And then I got a Ford Explorer. It was used, but it was like a year old, and it gave me the best deal. So I got the best trade, best deal. Boom, boom, boom. Easy. Come to my house. They drop my new car off. Let me drive it around the block. See if it's okay. Perfect. And I mean, it was crazy, man. But now look at that. So I'm rolling in there like, oh, $250. And now look at this stock today. $7.53. I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, because that's crazy. That's a crazy drop. 52-week high of 304. And I think the all-time high might have been like 350. But so every day that goes by, they're 52-week high, because I think around this time is when we started seeing the decline on Carvana. But everything, I've told you guys, I love this company. I really do. And maybe I love it because I made a small fortune buying and trading this stock. So we do have our girlfriends in the market, and I think Neo is my girlfriend. We break up a lot. She's like my mistress. Neo is my mistress. So, we get in, we do what we need to do, we get out, we miss them, we come back. Like, all right, Darren, it's enough. You sound like a fucking creep. So Harsha, you had Carvana. So be straight, man. I mean, like, did you have it early? Did you make money? Did you? Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, like I don't know how much lower Carvana could go. I don't know anything about it, so it's like I don't even want to talk about them. I just want to say, like, look at the decline. I read something they had some sort of like issue with like their trade-ins and they were doing some scam. I'm like, how are you doing a scam with a trade-in? I mean, up till about maybe like last week, all you were hearing about was how car prices were just through the roof. Now you're starting to see the trickle down effect of big car loans and people were buying cars. My buddy and I were talking about this. People were buying cars. They gotta have like a $1,200 car payment. Like, I'm sorry, what are you doing? Like, you gotta be smart, man. That ain't gonna last. Oh, and I'm pounding coffee and Coca Cola right now. No cocaine. I'm drug free. But my God, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, damn, Darren, you're drinking coffee and soda at the same time. Yeah, caffeine, man. If you have ADHD, especially for me, it has a paradoxical effect. It doesn't affect me. It makes me feel good. Um, because caffeine's a drug, so anybody can say anything different, but it's just like a legal drug that you can get at like Rite Aid or at the grocery store. Where do you get your drugs? The grocery store. So you sold everything for a loss. Yeah. Hey, the greatest thing about trading, I've said this, this is really probably the greatest thing about trading. Well, there's two good things. You can make a lot of money. And then if you lose money, you can carry it over next year. So if anybody's lost money in the market, I'm going to put my teacher hat on. You can claim, like, if you've made no profit in the market this year, you can write off $3,000 as a loss, but just keep track of that. But say you lost $100,000 in the market this year, or I'll even say $10,000 in the market this year. You can write off 3 of that this year and then carry over 7 to the next year infinitely. And then if the calendar year comes around and you didn't make any money in the market again, you can write off another 3,000. So now you're now off of that 10, you've now got back 6 of it. And say you never made money again and you were wrapping around in it. And now you're going 3,000 again. So it could take you 3 years or 4 years to write off that $10,000 loss, but at least you can do that. Because if you had a business and you just had a loss, it's a loss. It's done. You can't carry that shit over. So that's a good thing. So let's do the positive. Say you lost $100,000 in the market this year. And yeah, you write off 3,000. Okay, so now you have 97,000 that's carrying over. Say this thing squeezes. It squeezes and you make $200,000. Well, $97,000 that you're not paying any taxes on because that's your loss. So you make up all your loss, and now you're paying taxes on 103,000. So there you go. All right, so I'm sorry, guys. I've been yapping and trying to talk to you guys, but sold on my Carvana. Yep, we talked about that. Yeah, I mean, right now, I I honestly would suggest just kind of pumping the brakes. I think we're nearing the end, and what I mean by the end is the big drop, the bomb. I think the bomb is coming. Uh, if if I'm gonna apologize for anything, and I'm cool with doing that. Yeah, DJ Josh. Hey, Josh, are you really a DJ? I've been meaning to ask you this. Do you make like beats and stuff? Um, and I'll wait. I know the chat's slow. I know you guys like type up and then it like shows up. I ask a question like 5 minutes later, I get an answer. Um, so I'll just be straight. If you are a DJ, dude, give me some like. I mean, I can't pay. I'm not paying you. I mean, I'll give you all the props and all that stuff. Listen, I guys, straight up, I don't make any money on YouTube. And look at me, I'm using this StreamYard thing, and it's like so poor quality. When I see it gets posted, it's like no HD, no nothing. No beats. Damn, Josh, do some beats. I need some beat. I need a beat. This motherfucker need a beat. I can do the rest. I just need a beat. I could buy a beat. I mean, I guess I would, but I just thought it'd be fun if somebody who's like subscribed to my channel like made it. I would think that'd be fun. And then it's like I'm giving them like advertising, and I would totally like push it out and say like, "Yo, thanks for this guy did this, and check him out, check out his website, blah blah blah." I'm always about giving back, um, building the brand, but building anybody else up in the process. Yeah, beets do taste like crap, Ace. Ace, shut up. um, yeah. So, but I know I would love to get an intro to my videos. I'll get there. It's just a question of like time, energy, looking into it, and then I get in these certain moods. Like I like hard stuff. Like Eminem's like Cinderella Man is like kind of like my thing. Like I like badass music, like like, and I would think that'd be fun because I think I'm a nice person, but I think I have an edge to me that in life. I think life gave me an edge where I am kind of angry all the time. As my son says, "Why are you so angry?" Like, well, because you don't clean up. That's why I'm angry. Um, all right, so Manny's saying Adam Aaron is a liar. I have him busted and recorded. They will lend out our shares. Oh, so Manny, you called? I know you were asking me to call, so yeah, I'm with you. I believe you. Yeah, for me, it's just I've got enough. You could. I don't. God, I don't think that's true. How is that even true? All right, Manny, that sounds good. Yeah, do it. Yeah, I mean, it's these guys. These brokerages. We're in for. I mean, we think we're in a war now. Wait till this thing starts ripping. Oh, everybody's coming in here and telling me 25,000 at a time. No, Childs, about your capital gains. That was like, I don't know. You ever what like who was screwing that up was Al from Boston. No, income is income. If you own it for over a year, you have to pay 20%. You're paying at least 20% of your capital gains. There is no 0% tax. No way. Yeah, that was so funny. Some of these guys we trust and we think they know everything, and then they say something, you're like, holy shit, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And they don't apologize for it. That's the thing. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like ego. Maybe guys get on YouTube and they're like, they want to be the smartest person in the world, and then they get like a whole bunch of followers. And I'll straight up say it like clear value tax. What the hell is that? I don't even know what that is. No, I mean there's long-term and short-term capital gains. Um, it just popped right up. Oh, Tucker Carlson comes up on clear value tax. I don't know how much I trust him. I mean, I like a lot of the stuff that he does and says because, like I said, I like somebody that's got an edge to him. Uh, yeah, I got to look more into that. Is the clear value tax guy safe? Clear value tax prep. I'm not getting anything off of this stuff. Huh. That's strange. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in terms of what the clear definition deduction. I'm still just getting a whole bunch of YouTubers. What do I have this on video? I'm not finding anything on this clear value tax stuff. I find this funny. If you guys follow Spence, it's funny. Spence blocked me, and then he unblocked me. So I don't know if he unblocked me because now he wanted to hear what I have to say. I don't know. Whatever. It's all good. Spence, we're good, man. We're all, you know what the funny thing is, we're all brothers and sisters. We all fight. And we all say stuff and tell each other to kiss off and all that stuff, but we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Um you can't DM me. Why not? You can DM me Stock Mafia 2022. My thing is I'm like open, man. I am open, open, open. Yeah, Spence is doing a space call right now on Twitter. These guys space call all day long. I'm like, no offense, but I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, I get it. Like, I'm sure people look at me and go, how can you do a live stream in the middle of the day on a Wednesday? Because that's the time that I can set it up. It's hard for me to, I'll be honest, I was like not feeling good. And I should always like come in here. If you're not feeling good and you're like, I don't feel like going on that live stream, just come on. Cause it's always good to talk. And, a lot of times we have like 20 to 50 people in here at a time, depending on what's up. Shit. They must have turned it off. Manny, I'm telling you, been getting stuff from people. So I'm on my phone right now. I'm looking. I want to do this now because if I don't do it now, it's I'm not gonna do it. I'll forget. Go into my profile. Come on. These freaking phones, man. These apps sometimes you just have to like you're like, oh, you slide up in the corner. That's how you access that. It's like, how the hell would I know that unless I was just like profile. I don't know, man. I don't know. It says it's on. So you tag me, so I got you. Maybe I have to send you a direct message as well. So I'll write that on my notes. Manny, what's your Twitter handle? Same? DM Manny. Yeah, we're all on the same team, man. And listen, if you're a shill and you like catch me on something, good for you. I don't give a shit. Good for you. Um, nobody should be working for a hedge fund. And life ain't that tough, man. They ain't paying you shit. What are they paying you? $9 an hour? Do something else. McDonald's is paying 12 right now. I mean, do something else. You want to work for those guys? They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody but themselves and their $1 million mansions. Yeah, well, Superstonk is a tough crowd. They're a tough crowd, Ace. But and I if you have GME, like I don't know, I look at it. So I'll be straight with you guys. Like I'm not trying to kill the DRS movement or anything. I'm like, man, GME is so close. Like maybe they should just do it, and because if they run, we're running. Honest to God, truth. And also, if you're gonna buy more shares, but you could just go direct. You don't have to DRS what you have. But with the price going down the way it is, I mean, I personally, the way I'm seeing things, the way things are rolling out, this is my future prediction. And it's not, it might be doom and gloom. I can see Ape going up to say like 250 and meeting AMC in the middle. And then once they meet the same price, Adam Aaron flips the script and turns Ape into AMC. And then he gets his dilution. And the more and more I read about it, and the more and more we see what's going on, he's going to get his dilution, and we're just going to have to accept it. But dilution at this point is a positive thing. It really is, because if we can get AMC out of debt and raise money, they're going to be okay. And that's how I'm viewing it right now. Yeah, I'm gonna Josh, I'm with you. Like, nothing, it's nothing, but like, let's. Why is Tara popular on Twitter? I mean, I don't know, especially from a guy's perspective. What made you actually really click on her profile? And if you're saying that you didn't try to get into her OnlyFans page, you're like, oh shit, I'll give it a shot. I'll click that, see what's going on. I mean, listen, I'm divorced, so I've been on all the match and Tinder stuff. And when you see a girl that puts her pictures and there's like a cloud over it, you're like, what does that really look like? Just saying. What does that really look like when there's always like some cloudy filter over your face? We're like, oh, you have no wrinkles and you're over 40. Yeah, I don't think so. Doesn't happen. Don't do it. That's like me going on there and posting a picture of me when I'm like 28 and I got like a full head of hair. Man, you're gonna be sorely disappointed when I show up at Applebee's to buy you dinner. Ah, fucking Applebee's. I don't go to Applebee's. I just use it in my jokes. um, Eric saying DRS is not the way. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have some in there, and it is what it is. Adam Aaron is now he didn't mention it for his health, and so Josh, you really are holding on to this 0%. I mean, I'm not. I'm like, dude, if that's true, um, oh, depending on your income. Well, dude, like if this thing squeezes, like we're paying 20%. Like let's hope for 20. Let's hope for 20%. I'm not. I mean, for me anyway, I'm paying 20%. When this thing sells and with what I have, it's gonna good. Yeah, Ace, that's what I do, man. I catfish women. I go in there with a full head of hair. Dude, I've had like Halloween. My wife will put like a Halloween wig on me, just for jokes. And the dude, guy, just go bald, bro. Like that's all I gotta say. Is like my son and I go on here and we see people. It's like just go bald, shave it down. Like you see me, I'm not fighting it, man. But this, I tell you what, like you can see, like when it starts growing in, it's like a bad lawn. It gets patchy. So I try to keep it as low as possible. Um, I keep that 5 o'clock shadow kind of deal going on, and it is what it is. And 99% of the time, if you saw me on the street, I'm wearing a baseball cap because I love baseball. That's like my thing. I don't know if I tell you guys that before. I play hardball and like Sunday leagues and stuff like that. So that's fun. That's what I do for fun. Got to do stuff to keep your mind straight. You got to go to the gym, which I'm probably going to go to the gym after I finish this stream today. Um, you got to go to the gym. You say you can't afford it, dude. Planet Fitness is like $10 a month. I should. There you go. Where's my sponsorship? Planet Fitness. Keep your mind straight. Watch sports. My Phillies lost. Nice run, but what are you gonna do? They weren't good enough. They just weren't good enough. They don't hit the ball enough. They strike out too much. Got to put the ball in play. That's actually what got them to that point, was putting the ball in play, and then they started striking out like they usually do, and they lost the World Series. Four Horsemen, what's up, brother? What is up? If you are on this stream and you haven't subscribed, and I haven't put the setting that you can't chat without subscribing, I will find that and do that to you. I bet you I can't do that because Ace, good thing, man. Swimming is awesome. It's funny. I moved and actually got a pool this year, and I love to swim. And just from like working on the pool and being in the pool, I know that I dropped like 10 pounds. I was like, man, I look good. I'm like, this is working. And then now the pool's been closed for like a month and a half, and I think that weight's coming back on. So I'll find something else to do. I get turned into like a grizzly bear. It's like I start like when I'm hibernating. It's like all you do is when it gets dark early and you start watching too much TV and it gets cold. That's why I feel like if I start gaining weight, I'm like, that's why I feel like I need to move south. And then, Manny, I didn't because I've been, well, Manny, I can't do everything, man. I got no staff. All right. Let me check it out. I'll be honest with you, I'm an idiot when it comes to Twitter. So you're like, did you see my tweet? Like, oh yeah, sure. I have no idea what I'm doing. I see. I don't even know how. I don't even know how to figure out if somebody tweeted me. I'll get there. Sorry, dude. I'll get there. I wrote it down. So I'll see it and I'll do it when I'm doing my videos and stuff. When I'm in my beat laboratory. Step Brothers, favorite movie. Got to see it. If you never saw it, you're missing out on life. But yeah, like keeping your mind straight, working out. He's talking about swimming. You know, if you're like into sports, and I don't know, I really got into like this DraftKings FanDuel stuff, and I don't go crazy, but I think that's fun. That's fun, like doing like the parlays and stuff like that. That's kind of fun. Not that I'm advocating that for us stock gamblers. I'm not really a gambler, but that's funny. People will say, "How can you not be a gambler? You into the stock market?" True that. True that. Johnny is back. What's up? We hold, we wait, we win. Yeah. I mean, I know we're all getting tired. I'm tired too. Like, I'm tired of this crap. Like, I want the market to come back. Childs, you son of a bitch. Are you an Astros fan? Are you in Texas? Are you in Houston? Because they'll be like, oh, I live in Cincinnati, but I've loved the Astros since they were my little league team. Are you that guy? I got my Astros hat, and I was like, I don't like the Reds. I like the Astros. I always hear people say that. I'm a loyal. I'm like I always say around Philly, we say we're 4 for 4. So we go Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers. So 4 for 4. And although, like, dude, I'm not a big soccer fan, but our Union lost the MLS Cup. So, yeah, you know what my Instagram is? I don't have it's Hip Striker. So that's my company. That is my product. I invented it. That's my Instagram. I don't know. Does it make sense for me to get a Stock Mafia Instagram? Like, what the hell am I going to put up there? Like me on the computer? I pressed the buy button. I pressed the sell button. So the Hip Striker stuff, you know, I haven't really been on Instagram for a while. I mean, I have it. That's so if you're going to send me something and you need to send me something, yeah, you can send it through Hip Striker, especially if it's baseball related. It makes more sense. I always see stuff baseball related on my Hip Striker Instagram anyway. And I hired some dude to like post for me. So when you see like all these like hot chicks like golfing and stuff, I didn't do that. He did that, and it didn't really work. So he like controlled my account for a little bit, and I was like, dude, I'm not getting any sales from this. I get all my sales from Amazon. That's it. I've had contracts. You know what? Eventually, Stock Mafia will end up turning into Money Mafia. Because I don't know how long we're going to be staying in this market, especially post squeeze. If they don't make any real changes to the market, why would we ever stay here? But I will always be there. I'm on YouTube as long as you guys are with me. That's kind of how I view it. Birchfield FC hold 5,000 shares. So do you own stock in the soccer club? I've heard about this, so I'm trying. Johnny, is that true? Oh, dude, they take a lot. Ace, they take a lot. So if I sell my Hip Striker is $49.99, right? And you can look it up on Amazon. You actually, if you look through the pictures, you'll see me like actually using the device. It's kind of funny. And my commercial is pretty cool. So if you want to check out the commercial, let me know what you think. I think the commercial is pretty neat. It's underneath the videos, but I will tell you guys with Amazon, I don't know what their percentage cut is because it changes, but they take off the top once I sell like $21 of a $49 product. But if you think about it, you're like, what are you complaining about? Like you're on the shelf, the virtual shelf of the biggest company in the world. So I have no beef with what they take, but now I use their fulfillment center. So when I send them, say I send like 15 to 20 hip strikers at a time, um, it costs like $10 to send that. So that's another $10. So I think what's all said and done, and then sometimes if my inventory is sitting in there longer than my 60-day limit, I get charged like pennies a day. So that's why I don't send them like 100 and then like take a break for a month or something, or 2 months, 3 months, however long it takes them to move through that inventory. Yeah. Yeah, they take 50. That's I kind of look at it like that, Ace. Like Amazon will take like 50%. It's a little less than that, but it's easy to do it in your mind and always remember. And don't forget, like I made the product, so that doesn't include how much it costs for me to make it. So, um, if you've ever gotten into this game, and I do think eventually I would love to have enough money to really have a marketing push, because I think it's a cool product. I think it's a cool idea. It's patented, so you can't steal it unless you're in China. They do whatever they want. That's why I don't make it in China. My hip striker is American made. How about that? Huh? Made in America, 100%. I think. I don't know I don't know if the foam balls that come with it were made. The guy said he made it in America, and then like I saw in the box it was like China. Like you can't avoid them. Like you can. So I would say Hip Striker is 99% made in America. Haha, Ace stood in line, New York City, all day long. Made my pitch. They told me to. They said thanks. We'll call you. So yeah, I did. I did stand in line for Shark Tank. So I'm a go for it kind of guy. I will. I don't want to live with any type of regrets. But I have not made my millions yet. So I'm like you. We're all battling right now. Guild said, "Oh my days, why GME taking a beating? What's going on with them?" See, I just feel like I'm not even. I'm kind of like Bigums right now. Like if you guys watch Bigums, he's like, "Stop watching the price." I've gotten to that point. Um, yeah. I mean, here's the whole knock. If GME, and I'm like I said, I'm not. I'm happy with where my position is. I'm happy with what I have DRS. I'm happy with what I have in Vanguard. I'm happy with what I have in Fidelity. Like I'm set. Yeah, am I swing trading some stuff here and there? Yeah, when I can, but to be honest with you, every time I buy something, shit goes down. So I ain't making any money on that swing trade. But as I said, my number one rule is I only buy stuff that I want to own forever, and I'll sell it tomorrow. So if I've added to my positions on Ape and AMC, and I thought, oh well, I'm gonna sell some shares. Yo, Mr. Simon, if I'm gonna sell some shares, yo, Simon, I gotta you and I have talked about, and when I was telling people about how I added to my position, and I will always apologize to you guys if I get shit wrong, because I hate that when people don't apologize. I hate it. I hate it. And so I will always, if you want to call me out on stuff and say, "Yo, Sunday, you said," oh, that's my last name. um, if you say, "Yo, Darren, this happened," blah blah blah. What happened? Why'd you say this and this and that? And I'm like, first of all, I never told anybody buy and sell. I just say like I'm looking at a stock right now and I think the price looks good. That's it. That's all I will ever say. Price looks good, and if it goes above a price looks good, I will say, "Hey guys, this price looks good again." You do what you want with that information. Not financial advice. But yeah, I added to my 8 position. a week ago, and now look at where we're at. We're at $1.39. Would never ever thought this. This is some crap right here. But I still believe we're gonna be able to sell this. If you did buy in that range, I was always looking to see that it was gonna kind of go back up to like 240. And if you look at the chart, if you go back to when we hit our low last time, our last low was 148, went up to 281. So maybe we're finding a new bottom, obviously. But if you did buy under $2, I still think you'll be able to, if you're looking to swing any of those shares, I still think you'll be able to get rid of some above the $2 range. But like I said, it's all opinion based, man. And when you swing trade, it's the way I do it is like you can get stuck and trapped. But the one thing, that's why I don't play options. There's no time limit on my shares. So if I bought shares 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago, I can hold on to them. And no, they can't short ape. But now I'm hearing about this AMC1 thing existing, and I'm like, I thought that was like debunked. But now it's only in like a sell position. You can't buy any more of it. So I think they did get away with like selling some options on AMC1, but now no one can buy into it. But if you got in, suppose you're doing well. I don't know. Whatever. So no, they can't short ape. They cannot. But they can create FTDs or they can create synthetic shares, sell them to the market. They can take all the, as people say, how is this happening? How is this happening? Well, it's real simple. It's real simple. They can do whatever they want with any stock. They can control the price of any stock. So if we had huge buying act, like let's say today everybody was like, earning was great, everybody's going to buy ape. Dude, we could buy 10 million shares, and if they just put it in the dark pool and then a million people sell it, because so you have 10 million buy order but a million people sell, they just let all the million sells hit the open market, and that's how the price goes down. And then they keep that money that we use to buy ape, and they never let it into the open market, and technically that kind of can work out to be the FTDs. They do all this swap stuff and all this. Yeah, dark pool is bullshit. It's bullshit. It is crime. It is why it's why the stock market is going to never recover. See, these idiots that run this thing, maybe they're getting all the money they can. Maybe that's their goal. Maybe they don't want the stock market to exist anymore. Because that's what they're driving towards. Trying to grab as much money as humanly possible to not let the stock market ever exist. I don't know. Man, the way this world is right now and the truths that we hear about this disease that shut down our world and vaccines that weren't effective, it's like, well, wait a second. Did we have to do all the stuff that we needed to do and scare the people that we needed to scare? It's you just question everything. Freddie from France. I think I just said that, right? I just saw your thing. It said, Freddie said, I really don't know how this thing is going to finish. And I feel the same way. I mean, I'm positive in the fact that if you have a lot of money, you don't really want a world where you're the richest guy in the world and the world is shit. So eventually it's got to like, so Ace is saying they personally think winter will shut down the war and next summer we ripping. So you mean the summer coming up? Yeah, Simon, I'm with you, man. I mean, all these stocks are just getting hit and hit and hit. But here's the thing. So if you pay attention to what I had put out there, and if you watch my video in November squeeze, I used, and I might have gotten some dates wrong because this T90 thing, to me, like, you know how we all have things that we get excited about? Like, that's what I'm excited about is the T90 is delivering these FTDs because we have historical proof that when T90 hit on Tesla and on Newegg, Newegg, and Tesla's more. I think Tesla's more relative because it's Tesla before AMC GME was the most heavily shorted stock in the history of the stock market. So I think that's something to hang our hat on. Let's see what happens. I don't think Tesla threatened the financial markets as much as AMC and GME do, but they were the credit, their big banks like Credit Suisse weren't going out of business. Gabe Plotkin was still doing his thing when all this stuff was happening. But now these guys are hurting. They're hurting, and I'm excited for them to all start eating each other. Like if BlackRock is so badass, or even maybe they're badass but they're hurting, don't you think Vanguard wants to gobble them up? Why not? I would. Let them be. We're never going to get rid of like criminals. Like they're always going to exist because it's like a bully at school. Like you get rid of that one bully and somebody just rises up. And that's kind of where we're on in the world. So Robert's saying, does not matter what T90 is and other crap they're going to already shit rig to keep shorting down. I guess, but don't they have to? They do have to deliver the shares. And if they don't deliver the shares, they're just breaking the law, and that's what they do anyway. So I'm with you. So T plus 90, Johnny, is when APR's released, they created all these FTDs. So how I understand it, and I'm going to really keep it simple here, is they have to deliver those shares within 90 days of not letting them hit the open market. And it's specifically, I think it's specific to like releasing a dividend, because they do the same stuff to Tesla. And eventually they had to deliver those, because the cool thing, and I think this is why Adam Aaron created APE, was as a preferred stock dividend. People are like, well, he could have done a coin. Well, guess what? You know what also ripped T plus 90 days? Overstock. And Overstock created a crypto traceable coin. And as much as we all want to say, like, and the Mark Cohodes thing where he was like, we need to get it on T0 and use the coin and trace it. Well, you did that with Overstock, and Overstock is still getting slammed. But Overstock did have its rip. So we could see a rip. Whatever we do after that rip is another question. Like, what can these? And I personally think that kind of what Johnny says is, or not Johnny, but Robert had brought up was, and you have to be pessimistic. You can't go in there thinking this is it. Like, like, honey, pack the bags. We're going to Hawaii in 2 days. T plus 90 is on Wednesday. Nah. No, don't be doing any of that stuff. So Simon, is that yeah? So I've said the 23rd, and Mr. Simon and I we've been rolling since the beginning. So he's a made man. If you're familiar with Mafia, and I'm not Italian, so that's the kind of the funny part about it is, Mr. Simon, you are officially a made man. You cannot be killed unless somebody comes to me and gets permission. So I am the Godfather. Yes. So if somebody wants to get rid of Mr. Simon, you have to get permission from me, and you have to kiss my ring. But yeah, and you guys, honestly, like, you're all pretty close. Like Mike Richards, you got the name of my favorite flyer of all time. So you're getting close to being a made man. I'm looking at my phone at my son's school. I always say my son's school. My daughter and son go to the same school, but every time the school calls, I always think they're calling about my son, because they are. Yeah, he's me. I don't want him to know that, but he's me. God help him. Seriously. Yes, Mr. Simon, you got it, brother. Go on with your day. Do what you need to do. You are safe in the social media world. If somebody tries killing you, come to me. I'll get them. Flyers fan. Yeah, man, 4 for 4, baby. Oh God, they're terrible. The Flyers are terrible. If you know anything about the Flyers, is Ed Snyder, who's one of like the founding members of Comcast. He's passed away since, but he always owned the Flyers. And for a while, like the Flyers were like the New York Yankees of hockey. If a free agent came out, they would just buy them, and it never really worked. I mean, they have some Stanley, they have like 2 Stanley Cups, but it's like in the 70s. But yeah, it's funny. So they suck. Because now there's like a salary cap, and it's like real. Like football salary cap is fake. Baseball salary cap, there really isn't one. You just pay an extra tax. But the NHL cap is real because there are some teams that really just don't make any money, so they have to keep it competitive. Or you would have like the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sorry, Pittsburgh. I lived in Pittsburgh for I had a girlfriend there. I lived there for a summer. It's a cool place. The sun doesn't come out enough in Pittsburgh. Now, am I pronouncing it? Because you have an E, Morgan? Can I just say Morgan? You said you started watching me. 2 followers. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got to be honest with you. It's pretty neat. If I told you guys I didn't check all the time for my subscribers and followers, I'd be lying to you. So it is pretty cool. But thank you. Yeah, I wish Morgan, I got you. Yeah, it's funny starting a channel and doing this. Like, I honestly did it. Like, my timing was weird because I think I made a video for I think I made like 3 or 4 videos. And it's funny. Go back, Simon. Dude, this is so funny. Go back to my first video and watch it. You're gonna crack up. It's hilarious. Like, I'm making fun of me. I'm like throwing tomatoes at my television. I'm like, dude, who the hell watched? I mean, my first couple of videos were pretty bad. I think I just wasn't comfortable. I didn't know what to say. Now I just sit there and now I'm just me. So if you bumped into me, if anybody knows what Wawa is, if you bumped into me at Wawa, it's like it would probably be funny. Like, let's just say down the line, things get good and, we all meet up and have fun. It's, it would be fun to just hang out with a bunch of you. I'll be like, Lou, we're going to Vegas. Is anybody watching Lou these days? Are we still going to Vegas now with GTII? Because when he started pushing GTII, I said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done. I can't take it. I never really trusted him, but I would listen to him because I listen to everybody. So Robert's like, dude, shut the hell up. I'm pissed about Ape and AMC. And yes, I'm with you, man. The halts are bull. There's nothing we can do about that. I've said this from the beginning, and when I say from the beginning is if we knew each other 2 years ago, and when I was talking to my buddies and saying, you really should get some of this stock, and when one buddy, he's like, I only got like $1,000. I'm like, I don't care. Just get like 10 shares. I'm like, you're gonna double, triple your money. And we did for a time. When it ran to 72, it did. And now, I'll remember. And Johnny, I'm sorry I haven't shouted you out on the videos. So I do owe you that. Can I shout you out now, or that doesn't work? Yeah, that'd be cool. It's funny. I think I have to pay for the StreamYard thing that I'm using right now. It's probably on the quality is not that great. It's a free service, and he's 3 donuts. Lou is 3 donuts away. I thought 2, but I think 3. He's gotten himself in better shape. And I better stop talking because I've been sitting on my butt and not going to the gym. I'm gonna be 3 donuts away from a heart attack soon. So here we go, history lesson. So you have to, if you ever hear people say zoom out. So a lot of people are saying like we're getting hammered right now, and I see it. While I'm talking to you, I do see it, and it's like these big red candles. It's funny to say something in theory and then you actually see it happen. You're like, oh shit, this sucks. So I was always, and I thought it was starting my story about, I said from the beginning when this all was going down and people were saying that AMC was going to run to 100,000. I said for that to happen, we're going to have some bad stuff happen. And I think we're kind of there. I mean, CBDC to me, those that central bank digital currency, that's bad stuff. That's like communist money. I mean, I got my theories about our government being owned by China. Sorry, I'm going to put it out there. It just, to me, like when our Congress is just taking money hand over foot through, and you're like, well, they don't take money. They take insider tips. Like if I know that Microsoft is going to get the Jedi contract for the government, or Amazon's going to get it, and whether I short one and buy the other, if you know beforehand that that's going down, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. Like I think that is just a big smokescreen anyway, because they're all in on it. I tell you what, guys, you make me super popular on YouTube. I'll run for Senate, and I will not be doing their games. I can't stand bad people. I just can't. I can't do it, man. Ugh. I think I'm like I think I'm a good person, but I tell you what, if you like I said, you kick me in the shins one day, and I'm just walking on the street, yeah, I'm gonna kick you back. But that doesn't make me a bad person. I don't think. Oh, Morgan, you want me to write a book? You don't want to read my story. My story is like, man, this actually no, you probably would be like, you would feel better about yourself if you read my story. I mean, I'm as screwed up as anybody else. I got 3 kids, I'm divorced, remarried. My oldest is 17, my youngest is 3. I've had so many different types of jobs and careers, but I have figured out that I do work best on my own. I've made the most money, or my income is made most when I'm on my own. And hopefully, but it's stressful. When you work for yourself, it is stressful because I if I don't make money, I don't make money. I have nobody to blame but myself. But then when I get jobs where I'm not making that much money, I feel trapped. So there's good and bad to everything, I guess. And I was doing pretty well in the market, but I'm going to be straight with you guys. I'm not making money right now in the market because of what's going on. I'm just not, and it's frustrating to me. Very frustrating. U.S. needs to make a Jedi Council. We already have a Space Force. Oh, I know. Yeah, but that Space Force is run by Bezos and Elon. They'll go fight each other up in space. Yeah, I was surprised, Mr. Simon, about the whole California. I was surprised that he won. Just surprised. I'll tell you what. In terms of the politics stuff, I just wanted to switch it up. And it's like, let's just say, so for this run, I was Republican because I just wanted to switch it up until we get a real and if nothing changes, and 2 years come by and it's nothing changed because a Republican won the Senate or House, and I don't even know if they did or didn't. I haven't watched the news yet to figure that all out. Then I'd want to switch it up again. That's why I'll be the first to tell you, I voted for Trump. I don't think he's a good person. I'm not inviting him over for dinner, but I just wanted to switch it up. Switch it up. I don't believe in lifetime politicians. I think they're corrupt. They're corrupt as hell. Nancy Pelosi lives next to the Gettys? Next to the Gettys, like the oil Gettys. She's neighbors with them. I mean, come on. I mean, she's something else. Don't get me started on her. But it's all of them. Don't think I'm busting on her. It's all of them. Anybody that's taking insider information and making money, that's a paid off politician. Morgan, thank you. Yeah, makes me the person I am. Yeah, I try to project my misery in life and make humor of it and bring it on to the YouTube channel. All right, T. All right, guys. I'll tell you what. unless you guys are working in a squad and a team and it's well orchestrated on Stock Mafia. Um, yeah, the 25,000 a share sell limit. That's interesting. Oof. I wonder why they can. How can they get? Wait a second. Just sell one share at a time. No. Yeah, I was gonna make a video on price targets, and I don't know, man. I have a hard time sitting there thinking that you guys just be honest with me. Call me a shill. Like, just call me a shill just for fun, anyway. But no, don't call me that. It'll hurt my feelings. Um, but here's the thing: is no, child. Well, I answered. Dude, see, let me tell you something about being on YouTube. I have bad ADD, so I start talking about something, and then I see something out of the corner of my eye in a chat and I start answering that question. The 25,000. I just, man, if I could get $25,000 for my shares, sign me up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You guys think I'm a piece of crap now. I don't know. $25,000 a share. Holy shit. I'd buy the Eagles. Sorry, Jeff. Sorry, Jeffrey Lurie. This is my team now, my undefeated team. And I probably would get a uniform and go out there and probably get paralyzed. No, that's one thing I don't ever think I do. Like, I think I could still go out in the baseball field and hit. That's about it. I think I could hit. But after that, like, I don't ever think I could be a Philadelphia Flyer. I know I couldn't be a Sixer because basketball was my thing, and I'm not tall enough, not quick enough. Child's putting out. I love the I've spoken the blunt, which brings me to another thing. So I'm answering a question. No, I don't have scooter. We don't have scooters here. So Philadelphia, I would not put scooters in Philly. Philly is not a safe place. It is not. The city isn't. It is not a safe place. I'm just telling you. You do, like, I went for like a sales conference out in Park City, Utah. I mean, that is like uh, that's like Smallville. If you've ever seen that, it's like Main Street, USA. Like, everything's clean and nice, and everybody's sharing scooters. Oh my god, you put the scooter thing in Philly, you lose all your scooters. And you're like, well, you can't use them if you steal them. Don't worry, they'll still steal them. Like, but you can track them. They don't care. They'll track them. They'll put them on their front step and they'll say, do something about it. So I would not bring my electric scooter business into the Philly regions. That's a West Coast thing, man. Where everything is chill, bro. Um, but yeah, if you guys agree, like, I don't know how you could disagree with me on my politics, because I just think it's a big smoke screen, honestly. Somebody just said, "Child, did you see that?" Somebody said you just wanted Beto to win so you could smoke your weed. Well, didn't something just pass somewhere? I think in Idaho, which I'm like, I didn't know. But they, like, it's now legal. You can have, like, it was funny. I was reading. It was like, you can have one plant, one starter plant, and then three plants. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. Plus, weed in every gas station in Texas. Woohoo! Yes. My thing is just like, I don't smoke, but, and I sound like a baby here, but, like, I've only been high once. You know why? Because I went to a party in college that this girl was like, "Come on, let's go hang out." And I was like, "All right." Of course, I'm like going with this girl because I think she's cute. And then I roll into this party and everybody's smoking. It's like, all right, whatever. Like, this isn't my thing. And I think I was less like, I think when I was like in my 20s or early, like 2021, I was like, weed is bad and bad for everything. It's illegal. My mom said not to do it. But I was like, all right, rolled in there. Man, I walked out of that party an hour later. I didn't smoke nothing. I was high as a kite and I felt drunk. And I was just like, so just Everybody's talking about smoking and being legal. Don't get behind the goddamn wheel and kill somebody, please. Like that's my whole thing. Is like driving high or driving drunk. Like, nah, nah, nah. Come on. All right. So stock mafia slowly turning into weed mafia in the chat. um, but we can get, I'll refocus. We keep talking about this DRSing and it says 25,000 limit per sale. Um, I'm gonna look more into that. There's gotta be a catch to that. No, not that I don't believe you, but I mean, damn. Sell one share at a time. That's what I would do. Well, that's what I will do. But what's your price target? What you're looking at? I don't have all my GME. I don't have all my AMC anywhere but certain spots. I just have fear that these brokerages are going to start doing some messed up stuff when it all comes down to it, and saying like, "Oh, we have a liquidity issue." I love that word. So we had to capitulate. Um, we had to capitulate to withstand the markets and the blah 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 blah. And if they do that, so be it. I want us all to get out of this. I want us all to get out of this with money and a lot of it. And I still think we are going to. I just don't think we're going to get the $100,000 share mark. And I'm not saying that to be like to kill anybody's dreams. I'm like, no, because look at the shit that these guys do to us. Like, look at what they do to us. All right, Childs, bring it. Child says when he moas, he's going to get a gym membership in Philly. Well, dude, when this moas we're going to have to hit like a high end gym. There's a gym. I don't know if you guys have these. We have Lifetime Fitness, and I haven't gone in there yet. I used to belong to a club that was similar to Lifetime, where like the dressing room was like a cigar. It felt like a cigar lounge. But like now, like going to Planet, like Planet Fitness for what you pay is actually really nice. I got to be honest with you. It's actually really nice. I mean, you pay. They say it's $10 a month. It's not really $10 a month. It's more like 15 because they hit you with like a annual fee, and they get you for like money. They hit you with stuff, but technically it's probably like 12, $13 a month. Simon, are you messing with me with this capitulate? So I'll say it just because I think you're messing with me, but it's just to sell. They keep saying like retail needs to capitulate because they need it to come out of their mouth like it's some big complicated thing, and all they're begging for us to do is sell. So when somebody says capitulate, it just means they are begging for us to sell. Because in the past, what they have done, our enemy, what they have done, the assignment, I knew you were messing with me, dude. What they've done in the past is they have created this whole nonsense, these crashes. They've created them so that they can make more money. And personally, I think what closed our world, the more and more information we start getting, I think a lot of us are starting to lean toward, was this like, yeah, I know it was a sickness. I get it. And people did die, but like, did we have to close the world? Because I think what we're finding out is, honestly, if the vaccine was ineffective, what cured all of us was like herd immunity. And let me just tell you something, and I will be the first to tell you, I had it. I literally had it like 2 weeks after the world closed, whatever that was. I always say it's St. Patrick's Day because that's what I remember. Because I remember like we were going to an event, it was canceled, so it was like St. Patrick's Day. I was in bed for 4 weeks. I lost probably like 25 pounds. I was sick as a dog. I had a fever that was like 106, 107. I was like, dude, this is the real deal. But then what I saw was like my wife had it. She didn't have it as bad as me. My kids didn't even get it, but I assume they did get it because they were with me. And then probably everybody else, like as you saw, like as time goes by, like people now test positive for it, and they're like, I was fine. I felt a little tired. Yeah, because now it's like the flu. So sometimes these type of viruses, like if they pass through us all and we beat it, and sadly, I think a lot of people that got it um, in the beginning died, and that sucks. And I understand what happened, but I don't think you should be pushing like that. When these big pharma guys get involved in stuff, God, they're just as dirty as the rest of them. Morgan, thank you. Yes, I'll see you later. And thanks for the support, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you're on the stream and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. It helps. I don't know. I think my message is pretty good, especially it keeps people sane. I don't want anybody to. If I could get anything out of this, is I get my own sanity. I like talking to people about my passion, which is the market, and I don't want anybody to get too down because I know and listen, I have my days. Oh, I've had my days where I'm like, this sucks. Like I'm down, man. Like, and this is probably the worst I've felt about this whole situation. But I just know, and I told my buddy this. I said, I just feel like a year from now, like a year from today, or a year from yesterday, when I said this to him, we're gonna be looking good. I really do. So it's like right now we're in the trenches. We're in the trenches. And yeah, Mr. Simon, you're right. Like you're looking at this right now, and the market is flat. And you probably see what I'm seeing. And like I said, I'm not, you guys, if you have questions for me, great. Like I swing trade for a living. If you're new to this channel, that's what I've done. I've done it for a few years. I've been really good at it. But I'm stuck right now too. I'm not making money, not in this shit. No way. But there's a way out because I've said these brokerages are not making money right now because we are not trading. We're not trading. We're not trading. We're not capitulating. We're not doing anything. They're not making money. They need volatility. They need action. And there's no action in the market right now except for big banks and big hedge funds that are trapped trying to trade the same shares back and forth, back and forth. And they're not making any money either. They're just trying to hold on to the money that they have. What they have left is beyond me. I don't know what they have because they've sent all their spare cash, spare change to the Cayman Islands. Let's just be straight about that. They've taken care of them. They've all built their house, their brand new houses in Florida because Florida has a law that says you can't take their homestead. So they are building these monster houses in Florida because their homestead, their one house is protected. So, why not build a $150 million house so nobody can take it from you? And then once you get out of the weeds, you can then sell your 150 million house for, say, 80 million. And now you've got your seed money. I mean, I see what they're doing. And that's the good thing is we see what they're doing. Fuck them. I mean, that's how I feel about them. I don't know if you guys ever gone on to Boss Blunt's. Anybody? I went on to his live stream last night when the earnings was going on. I like that dude. You know why? Because he's angry like me. And so if you're looking for angry people, he might be your guy, and I might be your guy too, because I'm pissed off, man. I really am. This world right now. It's full of good people, and the people that are running it are fucking shitheads. They really are. And they deserve what's coming to them. Whatever that may be. Steve-O saying, hey, what about this? They have made the price so cheap. What if everyone DRS on the shares? Yeah. Sells one share for 500. Yeah, I mean, Steve-O, I'm with you. So that's my whole thing is if you just came in here because you just came into the chat because I don't think you asked anything today. So I was covering this and I said, there's nothing wrong with just diversifying what you're doing. So having your shares in different brokerages, having some shares DRS'd, we don't know what's going to fall first. Maybe you don't feel comfortable with DRS. So when this thing starts ripping, those are the first shares you sell. I'm going to be straight with you guys. Like I think it's a fool's paradise to think that you're going to sell all your shares at $100,000 because you're going to be looking at that money in your brokerage, and as they've done this to us for a long time. Maybe we would have held a year ago to 100. I tell you what, I will have shares when it does hit 100. My biggest advice to everybody is just to sell small on the way up. And if selling small on the way up and you have 10 shares DRS or 100 shares, 500 shares DRS, sell each one at 25K, one at a time. And your other brokerage accounts, if 25K is, what your limit is, then because everybody has their number. I mean, me personally, like a fantasy number for me, and you say, oh, you could live on less than that. Oh, no, I totally can. Like I could live on. I mean, it'd be awesome if I had $2 million, but if I was like running this thing, and if I had a fantasy number, if I had 10 million clean, like after taxes clean, I'd live like a king for the rest of my life, and so would my kids. So, you got to figure that out for yourself. And I look at that, I live like a king and I look at it also as like, I don't know if the market's going to be what it used to be when we're all done with this. I mean, maybe we're only buying blue chip stocks, or maybe the market is so bad because after the Great Depression and the stock market went to a low, people did not go into the stock market. They created 401ks to try to get people back into the stock market. Isn't that funny? They created 401ks, and that's where most of the fuckery happens now. I mean, these guys are dirtbags. They're dirtbags, and their parents that raised them, you raised a dirtbag. You raised a dirtbag. I hope you're proud of yourself, because your sons and daughters that work on Wall Street and do this stuff and work for these hedge funds, you raise dirtbags. So, good job. Thanks for contributing to society. So Ace is saying it's hard to believe someone making 60K a year would not sell. Yeah, I'm with you. Robert saying, see, now the truth is coming out, and I'm with you. And yeah, it would be hard. It would be hard, especially if you get to those prices. So let's say 50,000 was the top. What kind of shit are we gonna have to go through to get there? How many halts are gonna happen before we get there? I mean, it's wild, but halts, this happened, brokerages closing, but that's all good news. When we see real, and I don't know if I should say this or not, but I have to find a good way to say it. Maybe Simon can help me out. So I'll just say it like this. When people start jumping, I'm holding. I live close to New York City. We're going to find out if people are jumping. Oh, yeah. It didn't take us long to find out when that Bed Bath & Beyond guy jumped. When people start jumping, I'm holding. Because I think that's what it's going to come to. I should come up with some sort of tagline. That's where I sell my first Stock Mafia t-shirt. When I get monetized and I become a big YouTuber, I need it. When they jump, I hold. And I'm not, and like I said, I shouldn't laugh about that stuff, but these people that are doing this, they're a bunch of fucking dirtbags. And we're at war. And Childs, you live in Texas. What do you know about Kensington? Do people in Texas know about Kensington? And just give everybody a heads up on Kensington. It is a drug den. It is a drug den in Philadelphia. It's its own town, I guess, but it's in the Philadelphia County. And it's a drug den. There's people just sleeping on old mattresses. There's like it's got like a little bit of like a tent city thing going on. Yeah, Philly's got a drug problem. The city has a drug problem. And I think most major cities, like I would even I don't even know this, but I'd assume like Detroit has issues like that. Chicago probably has issues like that. But Philly definitely has a drug problem. I would love to have an e-bike, Ace. It's too freaking cold where I live. I mean, 2 months ago it was 90 degrees. Now it's like 36 degrees outside. So the kid used to live in PA. Yeah, Kensington. Well, Kensington, like any other city, used to be really nice. So I don't think that. So I have someone in the chat, and I like your name, you people. Um, is asking if they execute real time on computer share. I would never, in any brokerage, I would never put anything, especially when it squeezes. I do not suggest, not financial advice. Not that this really matters. I like to say not financial advice, but like the stuff that I say is really not financial advice. Never, I won't tell you to buy and sell. That's financial advice. But put a sell limit on your shares, because when this stuff goes, they're gonna attach like bad trades to you. Like if you just say I'll sell at market because you see it moving up. My personal opinion, and I've done this in the past, is like if I see a stock running up and you use this to what I'm saying, you're gonna add some zeros to this example for like the squeeze. Stock runs up to 60 bucks. You're like, man, I really want to, and it's volatile. It's going 60, 54, 60, 57, 60, 59, 62, 50. You're seeing the bounce. And you're like, well, this volatility, I want to get it at 55. Put your sell limit at $55, and it guarantees you're going to get at least $55. And how the market usually worked is if you do that, you put your sell limit under the price, you'll get a higher price. You'll get 56, 57, 58, whatever the market was. But it guarantees you're not going to get undersold by 55. So you should always put a sell limit on your sells. Always. Because I think when this thing rolls and this thing goes down and you want me to be positive, this month, man. Why not? Why not us? You got to believe. One game at a time. Um, Midterms are over. We have this T90 stuff. If nothing goes down with this T90, people are going to start flipping out, including us. We're going to seek them. We're going to put the Mafia on them. We're going to start putting real pressure. Not that there's already not pressure, but put pressure on these guys that just got elected, right? So if you have a new senator, a new congressman, they're the person that we should now go after and say, what the is going on? This is why I put you in office, because that dirtbag that we replaced you with would never do anything for us. And he's complicit. I mean, one thing about politicians is they love to win, and they'll do whatever it is to win. And meanwhile, while they might be paid off by hedge funds, they also still want to win. And for the greater good of the American people, and really for the greater good of themselves, they're going to do what we want them to do because we're the majority. They're going to do it. Steve-O says, if we lock up the float in DRS with everyone putting in a little, wouldn't the stock squeeze? Maybe you should make my idea public. And all right, I just made it public, and I have said that too. So you and I are in agreement. You and I are in total agreement. Why doesn't everybody just put or buy 100 shares in computer share? Like that's an example of somebody who do that. Yeah, so that's oh, and that wasn't financial advice because I did say buy. I didn't tell you what to buy. But yeah, that's the thought. So if everybody did do that and they registered their shares with computer share, And that's what I've said from the beginning. I would never, and I haven't. I have a large percentage of my GME with computer share, and I have a small percentage of AMC with computer share. I mean, I think I've done my part already with on both sides. So just to let you guys know, I'm kind of set on that. Um, it puts pressure on them. It takes shares off the market that they can't mess with. I go back and forth. I don't know how you guys feel, and maybe you might be bipartisan because you probably have a large stake in AMC as opposed to GME. But there is a little part of me that still thinks that GME is the biggest dog in the room. Honestly, I just, I just think they are. I just think they are. I mean, look, whatever was going on with their option chain like 2 weeks ago when they had that little run up, woo-wee, and then we had a run up because of it. I think they are scared to death of GME. I think DRS is working the GME because if it wasn't, they would get it down to like $4. Maybe that's what they're trying to do now. But this is the funny thing: the DRS movement is working on the GME side. So if you're like cautious about it, like I said, I just believe in diversifying, and I am looking out for you guys. I really am. Um, I always say, be a good person. I used to end my videos with that. Maybe I should get back to that. Stay strong, stay positive, be a good person. Um, maybe I'll add that back to it. But just have everything lined up. Don't don't just have all your stock in Robinhood. Like if you're still there and you're like scared to miss, you're not missing no squeeze. Squeeze is gonna last. I bet you this thing lasts 2 weeks. It's not gonna be over in 2 days. There's no way. Because what I think is gonna happen is this is my personal thing, is I think they're gonna, if they do let it pop to say even two, three, $400, they're gonna halt it for days and just let it sit there. And they're gonna see who sells. And if enough people sell, then they'll be able to short it back down. But if everybody holds, because we all know that it's worth way more than that, then when they open up the floodgates again, it's going to rip. So, because that was the biggest problem with GME, is they halted it and held it and turned off the buy button, and people got scared because they didn't know what was going on. And now we're educated and we know what's going on and we know what they're going to do. So it's just a question of what are you going to do when they do it? We need a revolution in the United States. We need the police to start protecting the people. I think the police protect the people. They just do what they're told. They're just soldiers. But I'm with you, Simon. I know, but we can't well, I can't say that. Like I can't say. I don't know what revolution gets, because to be honest with you, like if they say we're going to war, like I'll go to war. I know who the enemy is, and it's nobody on this channel. You know, you hear like people like Bill Gates saying we're going to go to war. Like I've said this 100 times. You've seen me, Mr. Simon. You watch all my videos. You see me. I say, hey, Bill, who's protecting your ass? I ain't going to war for you. No way in hell. I'm not going to war for anybody, because I think war is nonsense. You're gonna draft me and send me over there? Nah, man. Go ahead, draft me. Send me somewhere. The guy who drafts me is gonna get it first. I mean, just that's that shit, man. That's that communist crap that I feel like this administration is trying to push on us, and we need to fight back with that. Yeah. Or Ace, my thing is, I said this, and it's funny, it's true. It's like, well, I remember when drones came out. I'm like, dude, what's to stop these little drones from packing bombs? And lo and behold, that's what we're just doing, drone wars. I was thinking, like, should I learn how to shoot a gun better, or should I just learn how to drive a drone better to get ready for war? I think I'd have more fun learning how to drive a drone. Yeah, the enemy is, and I don't even think the guy in the White House knows that he's the enemy. He just follows what people tell him to do. I tell you what, Joe Biden has come to a couple sporting events because he's a Delaware guy. Um, he's whatever he wants to be whenever he wants to be it. He says I grew up in Scranton. He was here for like 2 years during his childhood. But he's a Delaware guy, and if you live in Delaware, they don't have major sports teams, so you still root for the Philly teams. I was at an event that Jill Biden was at. I watched one on TV that she was at, and she got booed heavy, heavy. So it is kind of interesting that she's getting booed and screamed at, but yet John Fetterman won the Democratic vote. But we'll leave it at that. There's corruption everywhere, baby. There's corruption everywhere. And we just all got to fight about it. We got 5 minutes left, man. If you are in on the stream, please subscribe. Just because it helps. It does. It's true. Like everything. Like my stream if you're in here. Share it. Because it just helps. I mean, there are a lot of people, and I'll be honest with you, like I look at them and I see them, I view them as competition, and I view them as like, what kind of message are you trying to put out to help my stock? And a lot of guys are just reporting news, just reporting Twitter. And I don't think you really get that perspective from me. You get a different perspective. Put in the chat what you think I bring to the table. I would love to know. Because I think, and you can agree with me or not agree with me, is I try to bring something different to our stocks, to this market. And yeah, it's a total fake ass war. I'm with you, SM. I don't know what we're talking about in terms of war, but I just think war is fake anyway. We're talking Ukraine. We're talking about Russia. Like I've said before, how are we even supposed to know that certain world leaders are bad when the same news channels that we don't believe about stock information are telling us that? So it's hard to. All right, Lynn. The Delaware Mud Hens, they are a team. I thought they were the Blue Rocks. Or is that different? Am I talking different sports? Are they still the Blue Rocks? They still have a minor league team in Delaware. But like I was saying, I try to bring a different perspective. I try not to read Twitter feeds to you, and I do what I need to do to help us out, and so I think that is key because we want people to stay strong, right? We want to keep their mind straight, and so we all got to do what we need to do. And in the words of AMC Bigham, stop watching the price because it is fake, and we kind of want to see this thing blow up. So we want this market to do what it's doing, and hopefully it happens really soon. Crypto's getting slammed, guys. If you don't know much about this FTX Binance thing, FTX is like out of business. And if you were watching the World Series, all the umpires had the FTX logo on their sleeve. Robert, I try, man. I try not to do that. It's funny you say that. You're like, Robert's saying, as long as my video titles are not clickbait. But man, I tell you what, the Angelos and the finance news guys of the world, they are clickbait monsters. And yet their channels are blowing up. And I'm not looking at that as like a competitive thing. Like personally, a guy like me compared to them, and of course I'm going to say this because this is how I interpret things. I'm like, I bring more to the table than they do. I mean, Angelo's just started playing like video clips. So, but it's all good. I mean, whatever works. Maybe some people don't see that stuff and they want to watch videos, and that's cool. But a lot of these guys have a lot of. Oh, Childs, you're proud of me? Yeah, I'm not pushing the 100K because I don't think it's going to get there, and I don't want to see people get burned. And we all know it can get there. I mean, I talk about this all the time. I was one of the first people to we talk about I was one of the first subs to Stock Mafia, and now look, you're at 1,000. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Like, I never thought I'd get to 1,000 this quick, and here I am, and that's fun. And don't worry, I'm not making any money on YouTube. It takes a long time. It takes a long time to make money on YouTube. You hear these guys making millions on YouTube, dude. You got to have like a buttload of subscribers, a buttload. I bet you have to have probably in the 10,000, 40,000 range before you really start like saying like, oh, this is pretty good. I remember Al from Boston said that he was making like 2,000 a month and calling it beer money, which I thought was a freaking insult to all the people that subscribe to him. Because 2,000 a month is 2,000 a month, and it ain't no damn beer money. It's most people, it's their mortgage payment. So stop being a dick and show your face, pussy. You guys know how I feel about guys that and listen, and I'm not knocking on Bigums. He doesn't come on, but if you go back into Bigums videos, he has shown his face before, so he's not hiding. Al puts a picture of him. We don't even know if that's even him, but I do believe he's on his team. I'm not gonna roast the guy. I do believe that he is on our side, but I just don't get that whole shtick. I don't get it. People need to see you. That's why I went to go see Adam Aaron. I went to go see him because Booms, I'm gonna get to you, man. I went to go see Adam Aaron because I need to read people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at people and you got to read them and figure out like what they're about. I think Adam Aaron, honestly, is a good dude. But his main thing, just remember, he's been a CEO for a long time. So he's the old guard. He knows that he protects his company first. And I think his legal team, he takes his legal advice very seriously. And he says, hey, I want to tell these guys about FTDs. And they go, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't say anything. Well, what if I just say this? No, don't say anything. Isn't that the American way? I don't want to get involved. I mean, how many times have our parents said, well, just don't get involved, walk away. Right? If we ever any of us ever got beaten up by a bully, I mean, I got beaten up one time when I was really little by a bunch of like 10-year-olds. I think I was like 6. You know, because people and they don't get involved. Whoa, walk away. Right? So that's kind of what I'm sure his lawyers are telling him, like, walk away. And don't say anything because we could get in trouble and it could affect our company. So yeah, so Boom's saying Joey Booms just rolled in here. He's one of our regs. Yeah, and I'm with you, man. Show your damn face, Al. But Boom's saying Civil War. Well, Booms, I don't know if I want a Civil War because I think we're all gonna be killing the wrong people. But you know, some sort of harsher punishment for some of this insider trading and trying issuance of CBDCs and all this other crap. Yeah, that's the kind of war I want to see. I want to see justice. What is that? It's not poetic justice. It's I don't know. There's a word for it. Somebody will come up with it. Yeah. So SM's asking everybody how many shares they have. I've said this before, and just everybody needs to know this. Like, my position's always like, I'm never gonna tell you exactly what I have. Actually, it changes all the time. But I add to my position and I have a significant position, and I just leave it at that. People are like, show your shares, you shill. Like, shut up. Like, you don't need to know what I got. Like, I got it. Like, I got what I got. You know what I mean? If your net worth is $10,000 and you have, 300 shares, you got what you got. If you had $200,000 in the market and you bought 50,000 shares, you got what you got, man. We're all in the same squad. We all want this thing to go to $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a share. We all want this thing to rip. So, but we're all there, man. I got you. Like, it's cool. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob. Bob rolling in. We got ourselves a mini whale, a dolphin. Yeah, Bob. So yeah, I mean it's just oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that girl. I forget her name, but Robert's talking about how women are uncovering these shell companies that Ken Griffin has. Yeah, and they're all in Europe. And did you see that he's go he about a month ago, maybe, or a couple weeks ago, he went on some sort of hiring craze. So you know, they're trying to get rid of. They want to bring back shorting or dude. Europe's in trouble. I don't know if anybody. I know some Great Britain people get on here, and they might be on here now, but what is going on over there, man? And I'm not rooting for it. It's the same shit's coming this way. You guys are just going through it first. It's coming this way, and it's probably the cause of the United States. And not the people of the United States. Just remember that when you're going to war, don't shoot the people. You know, shoot the generals. I mean, the people that didn't do this, we're all getting screwed. We're all getting screwed. So yeah, Glenn, I don't know what you're talking about. 480 average. You talking about GME? Or are you talking about AMC? Yeah, I mean, we are getting slammed. I'm not surprised. The market's really down right now. I get more. I don't have my Weeble set up. I have everything on my phone when I check stuff. My buddy just texted me. He said he's getting more AMC because I guess it went under $5. Oh, he's saying if it goes under five, he's getting more. Okay, you do you. All right. Oh, the Dow's even down. Well, that's good because I feel like they prop that up with whatever they whatever because the stuff I don't know about you guys, but like my watch list is like I got like oops, so a lot of red, a lot of red. The only thing green, like Mullen's green, it's up a penny. Carvana's green, it's up 30 cents. You know what's held up during all this crap? It's kind of funny. McDonald's. McDonald's is recession proof. Oh, Delta. So you're talking. Oh, we got an options trader. See, I don't. Not that I'm not going to kick you out or anything. I don't care. I mean, you can do options. I just don't. I don't trust options. So I don't. I mean, I know about it enough to be dangerous, but I don't. I don't. So if you come in here asking me about option stuff, I won't talk about it because I just feel like too many people get burned by it. So I won't encourage it. Um, I have never tried to sell a share with DRS. I have not. So yeah, I could get burned there. That's fine. You know what's funny, guys? Like, even if I sold half my position at the price target I have and I got burned, I probably would still walk away whole and happy. And I don't mean whole. Like getting my money back is not whole. But, making a significant amount of money over that maybe I could pay off my mortgage, yeah, that would make me feel good. Would it be fair? No. Would I be pissed off? Probably. But we I just want everybody just like with dates. So we're looking at like T90. I've said this before and I will apologize to this because like I said, I want to be the YouTube guy who actually says sorry because none of these clowns say they're wrong about anything. Um I thought this would I thought October was going to really show something and it showed nothing. And I know in my early videos I thought I don't see how this month is not going to end. And now November, we're sitting in it, and we're on the 9th day of November, and I'm like, let's go, baby. Because I never thought we would make it to midterms. I thought in the back of my mind, are they delaying this because of midterms because they're scared? And I fed off of that, and I was trading off of that. And I had some trades set up that the market was going to go green on Friday. I'd set up some trades that I thought market was going to go green Thursday, Friday, Monday. I presented some things to you guys through my trade alert on YouTube. That's why you have to subscribe. You want to get my notifications and all that stuff. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. It helps me out. Just do it. Log out. Just do it. And I set that all up, and I was wrong. I was freaking wrong. I didn't tell anybody buy and sell. And I've told you guys before, my biggest swing trade thing is I only buy stuff that I want to hold forever, and I will sell it tomorrow. And I'm long on 99% of all my AMC GME shares. So whatever awesome tax bracket I'm in when I sell, I am currently in it. I think actually more of my shares, I bought a significant portion of AMC last year in the 30 range. And I think I go long-term capital gains tax on those maybe now or in a couple weeks. But it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Like, if my price is there, I'm not worried about no taxes. I mean, are we worried about taxes if we're making 100,000, 200,000, 2 million, whatever the heck you're into? We got somebody in here who's got 22,000 shares. Do the math on that, guys. It's a lot of freaking money. A lot of freaking money. Even if you have 20,000 shares and it goes to $500, that's a $10 million mark there. 10 million bucks. The Inflation Reduction Act removes long-term capital gains tax. It's too long now. Sorry. But there's no long-term capital gains anymore? Yeah, but did that get passed? I don't even think that even got passed, Glenn. I also have a lot of shares in my IRA. So I recommend that too. Like, if you have money right now and you don't have an IRA set up, you can set up your IRA and buy and self-manage it, and you won't get taxed. I mean, obviously you get taxed when you withdraw, but you can grow and trade that in your retirement account. And depending on certain things, Glenn, that's interesting. See, I didn't pay attention to that. Glenn's talking about how there's no long-term capital gains tax. What, it's all short-term now? Like, it's all just based off of income? Oh, okay, here we go. Glenn's going to say, I should clarify, there are no long-term capital gains tax when you gross over $1 million. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, those sons of bitches, they know what's coming down. They know that the apes are gonna get their tendies, as we like to say. And they're gonna get us. They're gonna tax the shit out of us. Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do is spread the word, because I'm gonna get every freaking tax guy on this website, and I'm gonna do live streams all day long with tax guys, and I'm gonna teach you guys what to buy, what to not buy. And that is not financial advice. That's just investment decisions, because you could buy properties, you could write off depreciation. Like, don't get me fucking started, man, because now you're getting into the money mafia, and stock mafia is just one part of what we are going to pull off once this shit goes down. There's my rant. We will not be messed with when the time comes. What we're doing right now is just hanging out in the goddamn foxhole. And maybe this will be my close, because I'm 15 minutes past. I'm working overtime. Please share my videos. It's funny, I'm not monetized yet. I'd love to get monetized, because I think that will help in terms of people seeing what's going on. I do love, and sometimes I will regret eventually when we get to a point where I don't see you guys. That'd be cool. Like, see, there's but we're in this together. And I said, I will be here as long as you guys allow me to be here. And if I'm 80 years old and still have a YouTube channel, then so be it. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to you guys. I think one of my best strength is I can publicly speak. But and it's cool to do the stream because I remember when I first did my stream how nervous I was. And I try not to be nervous. But Glenn says, should clarify there are no long-term capital gains tax when you gross over $1 million. But like I said, they're going to get us. When you cross $1 million, you are taxed 42.7%. Yikes! I had a great year last year, guys, and financially, the best year I ever had, and it was because of the market. And I paid a shit ton of taxes. And so it gets there. Yeah, well, preach and teach, Mr. Simon. That's what I do. Let me just tell y'all something. It's not like I was going to do my I have a dream speech. But yeah, there's things you could buy. I mean, it's just a bottom line. Like you can buy an investment property and write off the depreciation. And that is the first thing you can do to start saving money in taxes. So, and I highly recommend that because when we do, I should never say if, because when we do, whether this stock goes to $100 and they throw it out and say we can't pay any more than that, which would be corruption beyond corruption, and the stock market would go to shit and it would never exist again. And they would try to push crypto on you and tell you it was something different, but nobody will buy into it, and everybody will lose their ass. But we will get our money. Even if that were to happen, which is like a worst case scenario. And well, listen, get the right tax pro, right? Because to be honest with you, some of these guys are just a bunch of TurboTax keyboard munchers. I mean, they really are. I've had good tax guys, bad tax guys. I mean, honestly, you get whoever you're working with right now, start interviewing and saying, who do you handle that's like high end? Because you want to get with somebody that knows how to deal with high earners and how to, move your money around to make sure that you don't give it all to the government because they're just going to waste it anyway. All right, guys, I'm out. 20 past my time, but it's all good. And watch my videos. Like I said, always here on Wednesdays. I'd love to. I was going to try to jump on last Friday, and I just didn't. I sit around sometimes and think I should just jump on a live stream and see how many people pop in. But I know what I need to do on Wednesdays. So I appreciate you guys. Stay strong, stay positive, and I will see you on the next one. I'll leave the chat open if you guys want, but I'm outie 5,000, even though I don't know what the hell that means. All right, guys, see you later.